What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am bringing you guys a travel video. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 ways in which people who are under 25 can travel. These are some ways that I have either personally done some traveling or I know people who have done it. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Alrighty, so if you are around high school age, I think there are about 2 or 3 ways in which you can travel, and these ways can also be applied to those who are college age and even post-college. So first is a foreign exchange program. In my high school, as I told you before, I studied Japanese, and we actually had a foreign exchange student come, and in when they came to school, they lived with whoever else was taking Japanese just to learn more about our culture. And then in exchange, those people went to Japan and they lived with a family and got to really experience Japanese culture and traditions as well. I think that's a really cool way to travel. You not only get to see the country, but you also get to learn more about the culture and their traditions, whereas a lot of people will just go to the country not knowing the language, not knowing anybody there, so they don't get the full grasp of the culture or the tradition. Number 2, you could also do like a mission type program. There are a bunch of mission programs out there. You can do it through a church or just through a non-profit organization. I personally did do one of my trips where I went to Tanzania through an organization called Give, volunteers. I went to Tanzania with them, and not only did I get to live in that country for a month, yeah, I lived there for a month, and then in addition to that, I did climb Mount Kilimanjaro. So that was a really cool experience where I not only got to do mission type work, it wasn't really mission work because it had no religious affiliation, but it was this sort of feel of a mission work. And I can get more into that organization later in a separate video. I do intend to do a video kind of wrapping up that trip as a whole, but that's an organization. My brother actually did People to People, and that's an organization that gets a lot of high school students together throughout the country, I want to say, and they take you to a particular area. He went to Jamaica, and he seemed to love it. So there are a lot of different organizations non-profit wise that you can do mission trips with. And then of course, if you are religious, a lot of churches still do mission type trips as well. So you can definitely travel, may not necessarily be outside of the country, wherever country you actually reside in, but it will still be some form of travel nonetheless. So that's option number 2. Option number 3, kind of segueing into people from high school to college age, are study abroads. My first official trip that I actually went to, didn't chicken out, etc., was a study abroad, and I did it before my freshman year. So in between that high school, wow, that senior high school summer going into my freshman year college, I went to Italy during that year, and that was perfect for me. It actually helped me. It allowed me to have friends at that university because I had no friends, didn't know anybody in that state at all. So it really helped me get some friends, and that is a great way to travel. When you do sort of these more organized trips that I am listing thus far, you really are able to you're really able to feel some sort of security, especially if it's your first trip abroad or even doing a first major trip within the United States. It's really nice to do an organized trip where somebody else is organizing all the activities, all the housing, all the lodging, all that stuff, and all you have to do is just attend and pay. So that is definitely another kind of halfway tip that I would give you guys. Number 4, I have started, and I am in this age bracket, I have started to actually do trips that are around my job. So when you have a career that you are interested in, a field that you're interested in, can do conferences, you can do meetings, stuff like that, all surrounded by your discipline. And my discipline in particular definitely is a world practiced discipline. So I have the opportunity to not only travel within the United States, going to conferences and meetings, but also internationally. And that's a really good way. Once again, it's a little bit more structured. You know that when you go there, you're going to have a certain amount of activities, but you also have the ability to do other things if you want. And then fifth, of course, is to just plan your own trips. I mean, I did that with my Alaska trip. I'm actually going to Hawaii soon. Really excited for that. I'm going with a friend and her family. Super excited for that. And I'm also juggling around the idea of going to my Australia trip. I haven't debated on when I'm going to do it, and with my job it's kind of hard to take off a lot of time, but always just plan your own trips. There's so many different ways to do trips, and I think this is kind of giving you guys a couple of different options. Some other options other than like the 5 that I've already listed. I was able to travel within the United States with my ROTC troop. So that really was a really cool way. It was a militaristic group because it's ROTC, but I was able to travel without concern, without worry that something was going to happen with me because I had friends going with me. And yeah, I think depending on what level of traveler you are, if you love to travel by yourself, if you're a newbie when it comes to traveling, I definitely think you should slowly bridge your way up to planning your own trips, planning your own activities, booking your own Airbnbs, etc., etc. And kind of start off with a more organized trip that you just pay the whole bundle for and somebody else worries about it. And then of course, if you're just never that person who wants to do all that planning, you can always go to a travel agent. That would be the best job in the world. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Super quick, down to the point. I just kind of wanted to talk about some easy ways for those who are under 25 to travel. I know you guys were asking me so many questions about so many different traveling things. I am going to slowly get to them. I need to actually write them down before I lose all those comments. But I did reply to you guys, and I promise you I will do all of your suggestions. I'm so happy that everybody is giving me video suggestions and asking me to do certain videos. That really is, I'm really happy. I really am. But yeah, look forward to the next travel video. I think I'm going to talk about some ways in which you can kind of cut down on your pricing and make your trips cheaper. I think I'm going to do that. So yeah, as always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.